I sit them, I cancel them. I'm not bad with Catholics. I just was disappointed and heartbroken by the statement that was made by the Catholic bishops. And I say this with a heavy heart because I am a Loreto girl. I went to Loreto Convent Matunda. I hold the Catholic Church in the highest esteem because they have molded me to who I am today. When I listened to the way they spoke, I told myself they've moved away from the spiritual realm, or helping us with our spirituality and moving into politics and playing to the gallery. I believe that if my bishop believes that there are things that are going wrong, they can actually seek an audience with members of parliament and castigate us and tell us the direction that we should go and to pray for us. And also, I know that the bishops of every type of church in Kenya, every denomination, can get an audience with the head of state today, because our head of state has leaned on the church for all his life. So if really they want to support him and pray for him, then they should have if they ask for an appointment at State House today, the bishops will get an appointment ahead of me. And they can get an audience with the president whenever they seek it. So they could have called the president aside, told him what they believe is going wrong, advised him on what they think should be corrected, and also pledged to pray for him that he may be able to correct whatever they think is going wrong. But when you go and castigate him and the government in public, are you really trying to resolve the problem, or are you trying to play to the gallery and to play into a political realm? That is exactly what they were doing. Because I also believe, even when I have done something wrong, my pastor is not going to go on public television or in front of the church in the pulpit and castigate me. He will ask to see me in his office in church, or he will ask to visit me at my home, and he can be able to tell me off there in my own home, privately, because that is what somebody does when they want to correct you. Do you go and stand in public and castigate your friend? And then to make alarming statements that there is anxiety in the country, there is corruption in the country, without stating what exactly is corrupt. If politicians are corrupt, it's very simple. The head of the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Authority is Bishop Oginde. They can be able to go and report us, and then we can be investigated. Because also, they are not teaching us the right way to do things. They are being alarmist. That is exactly what they have done. And when you say that there is disappearances and deaths and so on, without acknowledging that the Inspector General had come forward and acknowledged how many women had been killed, gave a progress report on where it is, because also what the church should be advising, saying, we think the challenges with these femicides has got to do with this. Like, for example, I've been very vocal in speaking to women and telling young women, please, do not agree to have a date in a private place. Have it in a public place. You see, I'm teaching them life skills. I'm also telling them, do not allow yourself to go to a place where you are at the mercy of that person. I taught my daughter that always. I say, you don't go on a date to someone's house. You do not go to private parties in someone's house. You can go to a public place. You're safer there. You teach them about the issue that somebody can spike their drink, and you tell them, do not take a drink that you have placed on the table. Be careful. Don't take water anywhere and anyhow, because this is how the world is. Caution them about social media. I've been telling young people, I know sometimes you communicate with someone on social media until you think you know them. I say, no, you actually don't know them. Because the world has changed. That's how young people communicate. During my time, you met an actual person, and you probably met them with their brother, or their sister. So it was real. You could tell the character of the person. But the character that somebody manufactures in the social media is very different. So I would expect the churches to be preaching that. Not saying there is femicides. Help us.